StudentPreneur, the podcast about students who are entrepreneurs. Get motivated and keep your energy high. Stories from studentpreneurs.
Welcome to episode 21. My name is Julian Marchand, entrepreneur turned PhD student. Each week, a student who is also an entrepreneur shares his or her story with you. If you enjoyed this episode, hit subscribe on your podcast player or on studentpreneur.com.au. In this episode, Mary Schneegans takes us into a creative and energetic life of studentpreneur full of travel and opportunities. She also describes what it's like to be officially recognized as a studentpreneur or etudiant-entrepreneur and all the benefit that comes with it. Enjoy! All right, today we've got Mary Schneegans with us. Mary, she's 21 and she's doing a double degree in two different universities. So a bachelor in financial engineering and a bachelor in applied economics at Paris Dauphine University in France and Goethe University in Germany. And her latest business is Never Eat Alone. Is that right, Mary? Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit more and talk about your business?
Yes, with pleasure. Thank you, Julia. So I was born in Switzerland, and after high school, I went to study at Paris Dauphine and at Goethe University. And at the same time, I was doing other projects that always took me all my energy and passion.
So what type of projects?
So that was for me always. So first, I started to do microfinance in Cambodia.
Oh, wow.
So I helped young people to start a business and make it sustainable.
Wow. How old were you?
I was 18.
Okay.
Oh, no, 20, sorry.
20.
Yeah, 20 or 19. 19, sorry. So I was 19 when I started microfinance in Cambodia.
Why did you start that?
I wanted to make a positive impact and with my financial skills that I learned at university. So instead of doing a traditional internship in investment banking, I wanted to be in a relation where I can help people.
So instead of doing investment banking internship, you decided to do your own microfinance in Cambodia. Okay.
Yes.
Did your classmate understood why you were not doing an internship in investment banking?
No, they thought I was crazy.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm used to that. So
you're used to that, all right.
I'm like, okay. Yeah.
And did you actually go to Cambodia? And why did you pick Cambodia?
Yeah, I went to Cambodia for 3 months. And I picked up Cambodia because I had friends there who told me about the situation, the opportunities to help these people. So my heart was like, I saw my intuition and we go there.
Okay, but Cambodia is not the safest country, especially for a girl, right?
Yes, I know. Another person from my university came with me.
Okay, good.
She met at the airport, so we haven't even had the chance to meet in real before.
Okay.
So it was funny to go with someone you don't know. But that's all the experience. It's just to get out of what you usually do with new people and live with them for 3 months and the new culture. It's lots of fun.
Wow. And so how did you do for the language?
So I started before going to Cambodia to take some online courses.
Oh, wow. You're dedicated.
Yes, because it's Khmer and it's very different from French or German or English. So it's another way of thinking. Because
you only speak 3 languages, right?
Exactly. and I'm learning Japanese.
Of course.
But it's something I love languages. And then, but once I came there, it was totally different. So what I learned was nothing. So I had to start again from the beginning. And it was fun. Sometimes, like I always have like notes on my phone and with my own traduction of what people are saying.
Yeah.
Step by step, I managed it. Because in the very poor areas of Cambodia, there is no Wi-Fi. They don't have really a way to express themselves in English. So if you don't speak the Khmer, it's very hard to really understand the issues of the people.
Wow. Yeah, of course. You didn't have a translator with you?
We had sometimes, but not always.
Okay, not always. Okay.
Because sometimes the tuk-tuk didn't came. There is no hours. It's always, the best is to follow yourself.
Okay.
In French, there is an expression, on n'est jamais mieux servi que par soi-même.
Uh-huh.
So.
Never better served by anybody else but yourself. Yep. And so did you start a business there, or were you just doing research then?
I went to research and understood their needs. And I want to go back there to really better understand and start a business with an entrepreneur with milk that's importing milk for Thailand.
Wow. Okay, cool. So what did you do when you came back?
So I came back, I had to go back to university.
Oh, so yes, of course.
Challenging. And after that, actually, in Cambodia, I had a big apartment. So every week I had people, thanks to couch surfing, coming to my place. And there was a girl from San Francisco. And she did a free space in San Francisco. So it's an open space where people from different backgrounds come together, engineers, scientists, designers, meet and collaborate on different projects like hackathons or daily meditation, 3D printing. So that's something that I love.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't sleep when she came back to Cambodia.
And sorry, how did you meet her? Like
to couch surfing.
Oh, okay, couch surfing. Okay.
So once I came back to Paris, I always had this idea in my mind. I was at university, but still something in my mind was like, oh, I need to do that for Paris. It can help so many people to have a free space where people can come and meet. And I really felt the need and how I can help people in Paris. So I started to just always speak about it every day to everyone.
You talk to everyone,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and after that, I went to a party. I wasn't even invited. It was the Vogue party. And I met someone who introduced me to an owner from a space where we could get it as a donation.
How did you get in if you were not invited?
I was, déguisée.
Oh, you had a costume. Okay.
Yeah. So I had a costume because it was a costume party. So people saw that I was part of that.
Okay.
No.
So you were networking with a costume.
Exactly. I was networking with a costume. And when people asking me, what are you doing? I was not saying I was a student. I was like, I'm the founder of Free Space.
Of course.
I didn't even have him.
Well, as long as people believe you, that's what matters.
Yes. And after one told me, actually, my friend, he's an owner of many spaces in Paris.
Oh.
Do you want to meet him next week?
Oh,
and I was
amazing.
like, okay, I have nothing prepared. I have no plan. Okay, let's just have 1 week to prepare with it. And it worked.
So fake it until you make it, right?
Exactly. That's actually my motto. But that's a secret.
So you met that person?
Yes.
And what happened?
So after that, the person introduced me to his friend, who is a person who has many spaces in Paris.
Oh, wow. So
he has an agency for spaces.
So is that like co-sharing spaces?
He's an agent immobilier.
Ah, okay. Real estate agent. Okay.
Yes. And so normally it's very expensive.
Yes.
Spaces. I really loved the idea of free space, the values of sharing and people connecting from different backgrounds, that he wanted to make a donation.
A donation? Oh my God.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I had no money, so I had to find a way.
Yeah, you were not
money.
So you're not looking for a cheap place, you were looking for a free place.
Yes, free. We couldn't pay. That's the whole idea of free space. It's based on the sharing economy where everyone gives something.
That's amazing. Okay, so then you needed people then?
Yes, so I find after a team step by step. So in the end, we were 10 people from different backgrounds. So we had a designer, a mathematician, an engineer, a neuroscientist, and from different ages. I was the youngest one, and it was until 50.
Okay, so they were not all students. They were mature people.
Yeah, actually, I think we were only 3 students.
3 students. Sorry,
yeah.
And what was the mathematician doing there?
So the mathematician was creating a new model about how to connect people and what's the best variables with econometrics. You wanted to make an experiment in the space.
In the space. Okay, wow. Was everybody helping each other in a free space?
Yes, and that was something I found beautiful. Is people didn't know each other and they trust, and everyone brings some food, brings some chairs. So everyone participates and gives his skills. And I find it beautiful the way people interact with money. It was really an experiment, what people can do if there is no money inside the space.
Oh, hang on. They brought the chairs. They brought the furniture? Because there was no chairs, there was nothing in the space.
Nothing.
Oh, wow. Okay, so there was no internet connection and nothing. So
Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, everyone had to bring something.
what about electricity?
So electricity we had. We had electricity.
Wow, luxury.
Yeah, actually. But we had no toilet. So we had to go always in front of the space where there was a bar. And they loved us because they had many clients thanks to us.
Coffee and toilets.
Yes, exactly. You get it.
Oh, wow. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, that was lots of fun. And thanks to that, many projects continued in fashion, especially. We did a fashion hack where we combined the technology, fashion, and science. And after that, now there is still there is another space opening only for that.
Oh,
a co-working hacking fashion space in Paris.
Wow. And those people met initially in your free your free space. Wow.
Exactly.
And did they get the new place with the same donator, or do they found someone else?
No, they got government support.
Oh, wow. So it really grew.
Yes, it's beautiful. And it's something like you don't know what will happen, and that's the magic of it.
Yeah, you just
and
try.
Don't expect anything, and exactly, just try.
So there's no milestones and deliverables. No.
I don't like that.
So you have different people with different backgrounds trying to work together.
Exactly.
And do they have another job, like to kind of make money and pay bills and stuff like that?
Yes, they had another job, but we also had an intern.
Okay.
So that was part of their university degree. So instead of doing a traditional internship, they could do an internship at the free space.
Oh, that's really cool. So it was recognized by the university.
Exactly. And I also got support from the incubator of my university.
Because you went there and you told them about your free space.
Exactly. I told to everyone.
You told everyone. Yeah, which is the best thing, because people always think, oh, no, I'm not going to share my idea, I'm going to develop it. But if you share it with everyone, well, it grows. Like yours grew like crazy.
Exactly. And you never know what the other person will bring to the project. And that's the magic of it.
Yeah. And especially you, because you're looking for anybody with any background, really. You want you want the mix.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. From a homeless person to the CEO of a big bank. I love how people can interact. And I really find that the diversity is key to make something new and be creative.
I think that's the word, creative, because, creativity is dead if you have only business people in entrepreneurship classes. But if you mix all those different people, then, creativity comes back, really.
Exactly. So I did that last summer. So for 3 months, it was a temporary space. And at the same time, I had to do an internship in a bank this time. And so I was at UBS in wealth management in Zurich.
So that was at the same time or later on?
Yeah, no, at the same time. From Monday to Friday, I was in Zurich and I was Skyping with my intern and my team. And I flight from Friday to Sunday evening to Paris.
So your internship was in Zurich and your free space was in Paris. That's crazy. Like people will say, why do this? Okay.
And actually, thanks to my internship in wealth management at UBS, I have the idea of my actual app. Because so at the same time, in free space, people from different backgrounds meet, and it was always amazing, the connections there and the energy. And after doing the week, I was at this bank where everyone was in suits and no one was speaking to each other. And we were thousands in the same building. And it was so boring. And I'm like, oh, what do I do here? So I started to send, and at lunch, I would always eat with the same people from my department or alone with in front of my computer.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. So I started to send emails to other departments and ask them if they want to have lunch with me, that I can better understand what they are doing in their department.
So you didn't know them. They were in another department.
No.
But you still went there.
Exactly. I just had... Yeah, no. So I had the list, the email list. Like we have a contact list of all the employees from the bank. So I just looked at the department and position and I would love to understand better how the innovation department is working. how the technical team is doing to better understand the big picture of the company.
So you just email them and say, hey, can I have lunch with you?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
And that worked?
Yeah, it works. Some people were on holiday, but most of them, if they were at the office, they said, yeah, with pleasure.
And they don't know
and
you.
I even met with the CEO.
And you even met with the CEO of UBS.
Yeah, I sent him as well an email.
And your email just said, the signature of your email was your name and it says intern or something like that. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
So you didn't have a title or anything. That's amazing. I think that's a lesson for all the audience that you can always email anyone and ask them for lunch.
Exactly.
Because what is the worst thing that can happen? They say no, right? That's all.
No answer.
No answer. Okay.
No answer.
Okay,
so
no answer.
We have nothing to lose. And we can just get an amazing experience. So after that, all my colleagues from my department told me, like, Marie, everyone can come with you. End of my internship. So I was thinking, why not making a mobile app to connect employees inside a big company over lunch. So after that, I came back to university and participated in a hackathon.
Okay.
And
was it over the weekend? Like in a 2 days hackathon?
Yes, exactly. Actually, it was 3 days plus 3 days festival. I was not university for 1 week. And so we started in Berlin, in Germany. And after went to Amsterdam and finished in Vienna in the Hofburg Palace. And we went to an idea to a prototype. So we were not sleeping for 3 days and just worked hard and had fun.
That's crazy.
I loved the energy.
Energies from those events are amazing. But you went to 3 different cities in 3 different days.
6 different cities.
Oh, hang on. Were you in a bus or something?
Yes, exactly.
I've heard about those.
It's a startup bus.
Oh, I heard about it. How did you find out about the hacker bus?
About the startup bus? I found out thanks actually to the person with whom I went to Cambodia with microfinance.
Oh, wow. Back to just your first project. Cool. So, and you...
Exactly.
And so you applied and they said yes. And so then you joined the bus.
Exactly.
What, you had your laptop and like a change of clothes and that was it?
Yeah, exactly. Food and good energy.
Did you sleep in the bus? I know you didn't sleep much, but...
No, we actually slept in hostels.
Ah, okay.
Because the internet connection was better there.
Yeah.
So actually we were sleeping sometimes in the bus
and
after have enough energy to work with good Wi-Fi.
Cool. And so you met some developers there, I guess?
Yes, exactly. And that was actually my first team. We were 5 people from different backgrounds. And it was lots of fun. And actually, we are one of the winners of this hackathon.
Ah, cool.
And yes, so at the final, they told us, by the way, the winners is going to be incubated in San Francisco. So I was like, oh my God, I want to. Yeah. And I was like, I love the States. I want to go there. So I just gave my whole energy for the pitch and it worked. So now actually we are.
So you're going to San Francisco?
Actually, we are already in San Francisco. We already started the incubation program in June.
Wow. So you started it. Cool. Yeah. That's amazing. So you didn't know before to join that the first prize will be incubation in San Francisco?
Exactly. I had no idea. They didn't tell us before.
Wow.
It was not even written on the website. I just did it for experience and because I love challenges and meeting new people. And but I didn't expect after to go to San Francisco. And I'm actually now moving there.
Of course. Of course you're moving there. Wow. So the team is staying together? Like you're all going to do it together? The 5 of you?
And that was one of my challenges that I didn't want to continue with them. And there were not people I saw myself to go far with. And they were not dedicated. Like I had the experience with Free Space where people really gave everything to work hard. And there it was more, the energy was different. So, and for me, the team is the most important. So I preferred to ask them to leave the team. And after that, I found 5 other people. So 3 developers, 1 intern and another co-founder.
And the previous people, they didn't want to go to San Francisco? They didn't want to keep going?
Yes, they still want to.
Okay.
And so that's a challenge, actually.
Yeah, you have to deal with that. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're going to San Francisco, but you finish. Of course, you're finished with your studies then.
I got the status student-entrepreneur from the French government. And this allows me first to not do an internship and doing my project instead. Because normally at university in France, you need to do a 6 months internship.
6 months internships, yeah?
Yes, in some degrees. And so instead of doing the internship, I could work on my app during these last months.
Cool. All right. So
Yeah.
you're going to use those 6 months for your incubation program.
Exactly. And actually now for my next year, and thanks to this statut etudiant-entrepreneur, student-entrepreneur, I can as well doing a gap year. That means that I can take a year off to focus on my startup.
Because if you don't have the student entrepreneur status, you cannot have a gap year?
Not in my university because it's very selective and you cannot just do a break in the middle of your studies.
Oh, wow. So this status gives you more flexibility, really?
Yes, and there is also some time arrangements during your classes if you need. We also get mentoring. And there is also one person, Philippine, and she's always helping us. Like every time I have a challenge or I have a question, I can just email her. And she's doing her best to connect us with the right people.
She's from the university?
I know she's from Pépite PSL. That means that the status has different people working and helping these entrepreneurs.
Okay, so that's a government...
And she's in charge of Paris.
Wow. So that's a government program that's
Yes.
actually hiring people to look after student entrepreneurs. Is that right?
Exactly.
That's amazing.
And it's very helpful. And I would recommend to everyone to apply and take that chance.
Is that only for French people?
Yes.
International cannot apply?
International can apply, but they need to have they need to study in France.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. So, and you can do this in every universities in France?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. This was the first year they had this program, right?
It's new.
It's brand new.
I can't remember exactly when, but it's new.
Wow, so it's good timing for you.
Yes, I'm very grateful that it helps me so much because I don't sleep a lot.
Did you try the mentoring that they provided?
Yes. So my mentor is Romain, and he also studied at my university. So he understood my challenges. And I meet him So I meet him like once a month to get feedback and some advice. So last time he helped me for my financial plan. And another time he helped me for my sales, how to structure it. So it's someone that really went also these stages from the startup and was also a student. So he understands my challenges.
Wow. So he's an alumni from Paris Dauphine and he's also a mature entrepreneur who is helping you out.
Exactly.
And that costs you nothing.
No, I don't pay anything.
And do you have to demonstrate progress? Like, do you get a grade for doing this?
So every month, they send us a Google Sheet form with questions about your progress, your challenges, what are the next steps of the next weeks, what did you achieve in this current month. So every month I need to give feedback.
So you got your progress report and feedback because they're still learning how to help you, I guess.
Exactly.
And when you said you have time arrangement, does it mean that if you have an exam, you can delay the exam if you're doing something?
So that happened for me for free space. What I really like with that is that it's possible to make your own timetable. That means that instead of being in a class, like everyone, I asked to have only classes on Monday and Tuesday. And so I started every day 8 in the morning to 9 in the evening. But then I had free from Wednesday to Friday. So I can really focus on
your business. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I don't need to go every day to university because it's lots of energy as well.
That's crazy good.
Yeah, it's really good. I would encourage every student who wants to start a project to apply to the student entrepreneur stage.
And even international students go to Paris, study in Paris, and get a student entrepreneur status. That's cool. Do you get paid by any chance? No. Okay.
Not yet. But it's a good idea. We should maybe suggest.
Yes, you should suggest. But you do get a health cover or something, right? A student health cover?
Yes, exactly. I'm still considered as a student.
So that's your private health cover kind of.
Exactly.
Wow. And how can people apply for this status? Do you know?
Yes, so they go on the governmental website and write like status student entrepreneur friends, and they can apply online.
Okay, I'll look for the website and put it into the show notes. So basically, thanks to that very timely program that did not exist last year, for instance, you're going to be able to spend 6 months in San Francisco to do your incubation program that you won through Hackabus, that you found out thanks to the person that you met when you did your microfinance project in Cambodia. Is that correct?
Yes, it's thanks to Startuphouse. The name of the competition is
Startuphouse, okay.
But yeah, it's exactly that.
Yeah, so there's no link between all of them, but I think the link is you just go and do it. That's what you did, and you just open yourself to more opportunities, really. I mean, the way you did reach out to all the, like a lot of employees at UBS, that just reflect who you are and how you do things.
Yes, I just love to meet people from different backgrounds. We learn so much from each other. So when I am in a new space, I just love to meet people and reach out.
I mean, that's going to be amazing when you're going to San Francisco. When are you going?
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
And do you know what's the name of the incubator?
It's called Startuphouse. So it's a place where we can sleep, and there is a kitchen, there is a co-working space, there is mentoring, there is speeches, Investors Day. So there is every day something different.
Oh, wow. So you've got everything. You can stay there and you can work there and you can present your pitch. Wow. Amazing. So can you spell the name again? Okay, cool. Got it. I'll put it in the show notes as well. All right. So that's where you are now. So you must be pretty excited. So let's go back.
It's a new experience.
Yes, that's amazing. And especially with your personality of trying to meet everyone. I mean, you're just going to love it. What skills do you feel you've learned from each project and you transfer to the next one? What skills was really important?
Being open to be with different kind of people and who has different kind of skills. That means that some people are very analytic, some people are very spontaneous, some people are very shy, and be open to try to be to make your best to communicate with everyone, because it's really important to manage good and well the team you have. So it's important to be very communicative with them and support them and always encourage them and work together.
So you're also learning about managing a team.
Exactly. That's actually my key, what I'm doing most of the day. It's managing the team and being sure that everyone understands what he's doing and the right page and going fast, always managing them.
And at the moment, you're doing it remotely or you're all together?
So part of the team is here and part of the team is already in San Francisco. But I had to go back here for my university.
That's a very good
incubation. Yeah.
That's a very good learning.
Yeah. The incubation program started in June. So I was already in San Francisco.
Oh, so it started already. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And now I had to go back to here to meet some clients and for a university presentation. And after I go back in 2 weeks, once I'm done.
Okay, so you're in between the program. All right. How do you manage to balance? You talked a little bit about it, but how do you manage your studies and running your business? I understand you've got some time arrangement, but still, I mean, that must be pretty tough because you're going to one of the top universities in France.
Yes, it's very challenging. And sometimes I also cry and think that it's very hard and I don't have free time to meet my friends and family. So that's something I'm challenging with, is just that free time with the people I love. And what I do when I feel stress and a lot is going on, I try to close my eyes and focus on my breath and doing meditation. Meditation.
Do you do some yoga or something?
Yes, I do yoga. Bikram yoga is hot yoga.
Yeah.
And meditation is a tool that helped me to be more focused and manage my project and be less stressed.
And you do that often, like once a week or something?
Every morning when I wake up.
Every morning when you wake up. Wow.
Yes. Before checking emails, before having breakfast, it's my first, not a task, but something that I start my day.
Cool. How do you do this?
So I have in my room a little place where I have my mala, a tool for meditation, and you say your mantra. It's a spiritual phrase that you get from a saint. So I was in India for that.
Of course.
And I say that 108 times every morning.
108 times. Okay.
So I start my day with meditation and breathing exercises.
Okay. And so that helps you deal with managing your team, but also the stress of having no free time to be with the people you love.
Exactly. And it also allows me to be more present in the moment.
In the moment. Yeah.
So instead of focusing on your to-do list, you focus on your breath.
So mindfulness. I've started to do the same thing, but not as good as you. I listen to a podcast of 10 minutes and I breathe in the morning. That's baby step.
Yeah, that's great.
That's a beginning.
I started with 1 minute of meditation. And then step by step into it. It's important to always start with a goal that you can achieve.
Yes.
It means that you don't have to think like, I will do 1 hour every morning.
Yes.
Start with 1 minute. Step by step, you increase.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
And you will love it and you just want to do it again.
My wife does an hour of yoga every night, and every night she goes, come on, do it with me. I'm like, oh man, an hour? It's just too long for me at the moment. But yeah, no, right. But mindfulness is really becoming a big trend in young entrepreneurs, and it's funny that you mention it now. I think I'm going to have to podcast an episode just about mindfulness for StudentPreneur.
Actually, that helps me so much. And other friends ask me, Marie, can you show me how to meditate? So actually once a week, I give them a guided meditation.
Wow. So you're sharing now your method for stress relief with other people. Wow.
Exactly. So I did one yesterday night. And I also started a nonprofit called Young Sunshine.
Yeah, because you have so much free time.
No, because I really feel the need. I can help people with mindfulness. So I created that nonprofit to help young people to be more conscious in their everyday life and step out of their comfort zone and do things that they love and follow their intuition.
My wife will love you.
That's something for me, that's really important.
No, you're
right.
right.
I'm not paid for that. It's just something that helps me so much. And I really believe that if we do something we can help people, we make our world a better place and have a positive impact.
Yeah, definitely. And it's funny because you still have your personality of sharing that comes into place. Like you've learned it and then you want to share it again. That's pretty cool. And you're doing just for the love of sharing, but something is going to come back to you just through that again. You're not even expecting it at the moment.
No, I don't expect. I'm just learning every day.
And going back to your degree, you're doing a double degree in 2 different universities. I mean, and you were running businesses. Have you failed classes? Have you missed classes?
I missed many classes because I'm usually not at university. So actually I have an exam 1 week and it's econometrics. And I just started a few days ago.
And you just
and other people started in March. So I have now 1,000 pages.
You know, it's
1 week.
It's pretty hard, econometrics.
I know, and I'm doing online courses right now. So actually, after your call, I have an online course.
Okay. I'll make sure it's not too long so you can enjoy your online courses.
I know. I look forward to it. But I love my teacher. She's so funny. Like, she makes everything looks fun. So I always remember the formulas and the logic thanks to her. Because she really made it funny.
She makes econometrics fun. Okay.
Yes, exactly. She's the best teacher.
She's going to have a lot of students.
I always recommend her. And she's very flexible. And she really understands that I'm a student and entrepreneur. So she understands if sometimes I don't have time to make my homework. Or that I don't understand everything. Or I didn't have time to look at it before. Or I had to cancel last minute because I had a meeting with a client.
Yeah, exactly.
She understands that. And I'm very grateful.
And do the other professor at your university understand the same thing? No.
Yes, I told him about it and he doesn't care.
And so you talked about it and?
Yes, and he doesn't care. He doesn't want to help me in a way. So I had to find another way.
Yes, you have to find another way. Wow.
It's okay.
Well, that's
no problem. On the opportunities.
Yeah, exactly. And it's pretty standard anyway. I mean, So can you tell us how you learn and what do you recommend people to do to learn? Like, do you read books? Do you listen to podcasts? Do you read blogs? Do you talk to people? How do you think you learn?
So I have never read really a book about entrepreneurship.
Okay.
The only book I read is 0 to 1.
Ah, okay.
From Peter.
Peter Thiel?
And I would recommend it. Yes, I would recommend it to everyone. It's a book that was very inspiring for me, and mostly with people and by doing. That means, I have this client to meet. Okay, I managed to find a way to convince him to buy my app. So I always learn in doing.
In doing, yeah.
I never have the theory before. I never know the theory or what other people do. I just follow my intuition.
And so you learn with people. It's because you have like a lot of people surrounding you. You've got a mentor through the statut etudiant-entrepreneur. So you learn from him as well, I guess.
Exactly.
Are there also key people in your supporting network around you?
Yes, I have my boyfriend.
Oh, your boyfriend is your support?
As well
he's an entrepreneur as well.
He's an entrepreneur as well. Yes, so he understands my challenges, and if I finish late, because he's always also working. So, and in the morning, he also likes that we go jogging together, running together. So we really want to grow together.
Wow, and he's an entrepreneur, he's got his own business. And
exactly.
Do you actually get to see each other, except from jogging together?
We live together.
Okay, so at least you see each other at home. Okay.
But I'm not always, only if I'm in Paris. Sometimes I'm in San Francisco. Yeah, so it's not every week that we are together, but we FaceTime every day.
And how can you afford the flights to San Francisco? Because that's going back and forth. That's not cheap.
Yeah, it's very expensive. And thanks to my internship in wealth management at UBS,
yes,
I can afford the flights.
It was paid. It was a paid internship.
Yes.
So you've shared with us like a super positive story of like everything happens the right way. Did you at any time have any failure or like tough time that you can share with us?
Yes, with pleasure. Actually, beginning of this week was very challenging because I just arrived back from the States. I have now an exam. I need to go back to the other university. I need to meet clients. I need to meet investors. Every day, I have no time with myself. And I just miss my friends and family. And I always miss their calls. Like, the only way I speak with them is writing by WhatsApp or on Facebook. And I miss them so much. And I just want to go on holiday and be disconnected with nature and be with the people I love. And I just feel that I can't now because I have too many obligations and responsibilities that if I do nothing, the team is not working. I need always to follow up. I need to meet the clients. I need to, after that, meet them again. And after, it's always work. And after the emails, I'm very bad with managing my emails. And so I'm struggling right now, actually, with time management.
Time management, yeah. I think that's one of the key problem with like most of the studentpreneurs that we've had on the show. It's especially because the rest of the people around them or around you don't understand everything that you're doing because you're having different lives. And I think you've got a good way of starting to manage it through mindfulness because then you can live in the moment. And if you see those people even briefly, at least you're in the moment with them. You know, you're not checking your emails on your phone or doing something else.
Yeah.
But that's a tough one.
Exactly. And
at the same time, do you think you could be on holiday more than 7 days? Like you will not go crazy about doing something more than being on holiday?
I agree. I think even 2 days I would love now. Just 2 days holidays.
Yeah, that sounds pretty tough. Well, hopefully you'll find a way, or if any of the audience found the way, they'll contact me. Like we're looking for answer. One of
looking for your creative answers.
Yes,
thank you.
Exactly. I'm still doing my PhD, and one of the key topic I'm looking at is how do student entrepreneurs manage their different identities of, identity of being a student, identity of being an entrepreneur, identity to be a girlfriend, identity to be a daughter. And it's hard. It's tough. It's a real life.
True.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll email you if I get creative answers, okay?
Yeah, with pleasure. I would love to.
The last question is, what do you think university should do to support studentpreneurs? It looks like with having the status of student entrepreneur in France, it's pretty good. Is there anything else that the university should do, you think?
I think it's already a big step. And I find it very convenient for students starting their projects. And we also have a very good incubator at our university. And Anne-Sophie, who is in charge of helping students that want to do projects, is very helpful. She's always sending us emails, always calling us, always introducing us to other people. She's doing workshops about how to write a financial plan. And I think to have this kind of environment inside the university is very helpful for a student who wants to try something. So he doesn't need to get out of university to find support. Wow,
yeah, that's really good. Like the support is what keeps you going, like to get the motivation to go for next week and next week and next week.
Exactly.
Well, that's kind of one of the answers for you in the sense of when you've got your downs, at least you can always go to that person and to your mentors.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're not too alone.
It's very important. It's very important to be surrounded with people from different backgrounds and different ages.
Yeah, you've been saying this consistently during the interview, like different backgrounds, different ages. This is how you learn. This is how you get supported. This is how you keep going. Like this is one of your
exactly.
key ways of going on with life.
Yes.
Wow. What an interview. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. That's just an amazing stories with a lot of learning. Is there anything else you want to tell the audience, like the final advice for all of them?
I think there is one quote I love. Quand on veut, on peut. That means when we want, we can. So there is just try and you will learn a lot from it.
Yeah, I think you're a very good example of that say. Okay, well, thank you very much. And all the best for your exam in econometrics. No, I'm kidding. All the best for your incubation program in San Francisco. That's more important.
Thank you very much. I enjoy every moment. And I wish you also all the best.
All right. Thank you very much.
Good luck with your podcast. I look forward to it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.
Time to wrap up. Each studentpreneur's story is different, and what works for some people doesn't for others. However, I'd like to point out a few things in Mary's journey that are similar to the studentpreneurs I have interviewed. Instead of keeping her ideas secret, she tells everyone about her projects and tries to meet as many people as possible by inviting them for lunch. She's in a mindset of fake it until you make it, and that's how she found a free place to run a project. She's open to new adventures, new people. She got exposed to the free space concept while couch surfing in Cambodia, and she would want to sit in an incubation program in Startuphouse in San Francisco by competing in Startuphouse hackaton. Finally, Mary reminds us that it's not always easy to be a student and an entrepreneur. There's no more free time to see her loved ones. The support from the people around her, such as her mentor and her boyfriend, is one answer to that. But so is meditation. So give it a go to meditation to help you with your mindfulness. If you've enjoyed this podcast, hit subscribe on the podcast player or on our website, studentpreneur.com.au. And until next week, keep breaking the stereotype and the mindset.